Song? You've fallen, Gloria? Yeah, I know. Everybody wants you. Yeah, I've noticed. Why isn't anybody calling? You don't have to answer. Yeah, that's what they told me. Yeah, Korea and China have me hanging on a fucking tight line. Fucking assholes. They got my number? They sure fucking do. They have my alias too before I'm born? Oh my god. The loudspeaker, the A medallion. You don't remember? No, that's... It was. Actually, it's not voices in my head like crazy, scary people. It's the God's loudspeaker that we send each other messages from godly places, and it comes out on a radio, and it comes into my ear, and it's voices in my head on a literature somewhere else. So don't get my godly part and your stupid little human confused. Mainline. Oh, I'm catching broken faces all over Rebound. Take two lovers? I'll fucking end you so fucking fast for breaking my genetic line for your broken, ugly, disgusting face in all different colors and hues. Is something to say? Did we upset you at God level? Maybe you shouldn't mix. We tried to tell the people, but they keep breaking down mentally and socially. They don't want to listen. And then you were born. Now what do I do? And now you take it out on me. But I'm still a god. You're not. They got my alias. Yes, they do. That I've been living under. Oh, I know. I got their names and numbers and zodiacs on a list somewhere. I'm waiting for like real heroes to push fucking buttons and drop their skins. So, don't say that we didn't warn you, because I'm pretty sure that was like in 1980s. Some of the timing worked in Strawberry Licorice and Packing a Sleepaway Bag Camp, where like the only uncle that would be smart enough, who wasn't even related to me, but somehow by the grace of my glorious God, I was able to get this beauty right here. See this one over there? Oh my God. You know what that is? That is a sea. But not the Atlantic City shitting out in New Jersey of New York's sphincter and anus. No, different heyday, mayday, day. Right. This one is Aunt Carol. She is my godmother. Whatever the fuck that means in real world, I don't know. It is like some sort of Mickey Mouse sticker they give people. They're like, come for one day. They're going to put water on the head. You stand next. You take a photo. It's like paparazzi. We're all good now. I have a record. Great. Shoe on. Go back home. We'll have tea and coffee, whatever. This one over here, this beauty, oh my God, that is number 3 of 10 for the Gunder lady in Mariah Watt McClurg. Yeah, Watt. W-A-T-T, like a bright light bulb on the Broadway, but she doesn't like attention, so don't talk to her. Right, she's very shy. And then she had number 3 of 10, and this one, oh my God, you know what happened to this one? She is a little bit of a head case. People talked to her, and she picked up her dress and went like this and started crying because people were talking to her. Yeah, she was a little messed up in the tower, but whatever. She was nicer than I was. I was the loud family, the loud, obnoxious one, because nobody was nice when I made my mother, like, sweet and demure and like, oh, I don't know, like every princess should be. And then they just pass her along to the ugly, hairy teen wolf who's a milkmaid of Italian Catholic of no use to anybody in this newly built, he's a wishy-washy Korean Asian with like no cock. I mean, that's what it looks like. I mean, he's a real fucking head case. in like people like this man. See this handsome, oh my God, that is the king of Arizona. And now he's in Texas. I don't know. The sheriffs really like him down there. He's like one of the good old boys. So I hear this man is going to heaven in a rocket ship that I will build for him personally, because he is the only smart man that. Well, I mean, I don't want to upset Uncle Bob about marrying into the family and whatnot, because I really liked Casella. He used to strum on the guitar and tried to teach me smart things, but I would trip him out when he would smoke funny cigarettes, so he had to put those away. Judy got very mad, and then Lou and Linda said I wasn't allowed to come over. Right, no drugs around the little kid because she doesn't know what it is and she keeps asking questions and it's making home head office look bad. All right, but anyway, this guy never smoked a joint in his Texas life of like Lone Ranger, smartest man in the universe. Right, I really liked my Uncle Ken, didn't want to make my natural born uncles like upset. I know Uncle Eddie, he's my godfather. I gotta make him feel special. And Uncle Smarty Pants, we divided and conquered. He got the daughter who was more like Linda, like, oh my God, he's so embarrassing. He says like the worst things. Yeah, okay, well, that's what he had to deal with. I got the milkmaid dad. We switched. I said, you go that way, perfect dad. I'm going to go this way. You be Daddy Russia in Arizona in the U.S.A. and really fuck with the kamikaze, like broken faces in other territory. And you go spread the word that Russians are good. Your goddaughter, the god from elsewhere is coming, and she said they're all good. So Russia's all good. It's the fucking broken flappers that keep telling melanin rich people that they're Negroes. And I'm like, no, that's not where God gave a heyday, mayday, day word. No. The Negro was the people that sympathized with the Down syndrome flappers in our confidential saltwater crocodile files when I was wrestling, trying to get my alligator birthed right elsewhere. It had nothing to do with caramel people, nothing to do with, it was a letter, a couple of symbols that we could agree, and I could give you a photo and pair them together. That is all. I will show you what a Negro looks like. Ready? Yeah, ain't this some shit? My words as God, they count more than anybody else before, during, and after. I'm just doing clarification files to kill the broken mentality born within my age and for my son, Alexander, who is the greatest, will always be the greatest as a God, but somebody in Down syndrome flapper like this guy, I don't know. That was Oliver. That's his official name. I don't remember her name because nobody cares about girls. This guy, this was Corey. These were PS31 when I went to pubic school in the Bayside. Yes. Okay, so Oliver, this Oliver, somebody made a movie called Oliver and Company and made him orange. Now, why would you make this thing orange? That is a Negro. That is a Negro. That is a Jew. That is a kamikaze bastard. It is a broken genetic. It is a broken face. It will always be that. No matter what color they come in, it's the evil eyes. Do you see the difference? White kid, apple eye. This is evil eyes. That is how we distinguished identity on private confidential sleepaway files for the criminals and the problems in the future of trying to steal technology that was never granted to them and confusing the stupid broken towers of like, I don't know, let's see. I have a whole family photo here. Oh my God, look at this. This was Darlene's wedding. Right, I don't know, what was that, 92, 93, 91? You'd have to ask her and Bob Preston down in Texas, I don't know. But here we are, I'm all like, what, 13, 14, whatever, I was in the wedding. Oh, there's me and Lynn. Okay, and there's Uncle Kenny, right? I have to pretend like I don't know him, because don't want to get anybody upset about two smart people in the world. I know how you all get upset when we have family gatherings once in a lifetime. Oh, let's see. Oh, this is the Hall of Mirrors. Do you remember that, Lou and Linda? I don't know where they got the idea. They closed in a hallway and they put mirror from floor to ceiling, and it was walking one way, walking the other. It was a geometric heaven to learn spatial placement and time for me in this genetic. Oh my God, I could spend hours in there. Not looking at my own image, but looking at like the fraction and the breakage and how to do a box and box and box and box and box picture in a geometric, like forever, eternity, affinity, whatever. None of your fucking business. Here is me. Look at this. I cannot place, darling, where I got that shirt from. That looks like your shirt, but we look very little to be spending the night together. I think I might have wound up back in my house after sleeping in your shirt at like a sleepaway. Like, I never want to leave you. Why do I just get your shirt? Why can't I just stay here? I mean, Linda and Lou will wake up. I won't be there. Oh, well. Nobody will know. Nobody will be at fault. It'll just be Nicole just disappeared. Oh my God. Why couldn't we make that happen? I mean, this was like a perfect age before technology and cell phones and all sorts of problems. I mean, we had Uncle Kenny, the king of, well, it's funny because he kind of looks like Elvis. Right, but he doesn't do the funny shaking of the hips. No, he's not the rock and roll assholes that sold our country out in like, why do the Jews in New York have the most obnoxious English accent ever? Well, here's the funny thing about that. God loved them so much. She gave them a funny way of speaking to hope to dissuade anything that was a Down syndrome flapper from moving to New York, kind of as like a built-in protection system, because we didn't think you wanted to be flooded with those. So I thought I gave you a funny accent, and you wouldn't know. You'd think you were normal, and then they would stay away because it was like Korean in the ear. Yeah, it was something along those lines. Right, okay, and then, oh my God, look at this. Happy, happy family. Oh my God. That was one Christmas Eve. I don't know. They got together once a year, Christmas Eve, when Linda was able to have a house before that got stolen by Bill Clinton and Hillary. Want to be Linda, Lou, and Nicole's, but trust me, I get mad when you tell me that I look like the ugliest body double of Clinton's daughter. No, I'm not. Anyway, this is the house on the hill. Oh my God. So this is where the hill is. It's Cold Spring Harbor. It's not Washington, D.C. Marvel Comic-Cons, right? I know you always just assume it's down in Washington, D.C., but whatever. We have hills everywhere. And in God territory, it only matters where mine hill is. This is Corey. Oh my God, look at that. That's what I looked like back then. Yep. See? Nice. And there's that girl. I have no idea what her name is. Doesn't matter. Oh, this is Kenny's daughter. This is the one that was like, oh my God, Goddess Nicole, what did you deliver me to? My dad is so embarrassing. But you are the cutest little thing. I love you. I wish I had a sister like you that I could dress up, which she did when we went to go visit. Never called myself Goddess in front of her. I don't think. I had Judy call ahead. She did all of my announcements. I don't know. Like, right, what the adults were talking about on the phone. I'm not a busybody, busyetica. I let Judy handle all the paparazzi announcements back then in 1980s. Here's Linda and I. Oh my God, she was actually thin. Yeah, look at that before she bloated up like a whale. Purpose of this photo, this was a disappearance event. I wound up going with Dan whatever from study hall with Mr. Healy as our teacher. He invited me down one spring break to Florida. I went down to Florida in whatever, but I wound up in arid elsewhere with the love of my life. Again, didn't want to come home, but I had to. This was the threshold, by the way. The mantle and the threshold. The door behind me. Oh, wait, no, hold on a second. Is that the one? Yeah, that was when the door was just installed. No, wait a minute. That has a window. That's not it. Whatever. My point is that I had a picture of the mantle that we stood in when Nicholas met my mother. Right, with the house on the hill, which had significance of. The staircase was the significant part there. Oh, right. This is the Italian redhead from Outer on Seoul with her brother at the first full toilet paper wedding. Let's see, not that one. Oh, the staircase wasn't installed when I was wearing your shirt. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's the hill that we walked up. The driveway is where my thumb is. And then that is the top of the staircase, which is the zigzag, which is what we did as we were speaking about arrow nav things and spelling it. How did I want to spell it in the future so this way we make our lives easier? Which he asked me if I wanted one N or two, and I said, well, I don't know. Is it easier with one capital N as like poignant, or is it like two etas, like smaller N's for the dubla, like the dulipa, like the two of us? I mean, like cognitively, what are the stupids going to, what's easier for everybody, helpful to explain to the all areas of stupid outside of grew up right and smart and knew who we are? Yeah, I don't know. He didn't have an answer for that one. But as I walked down the driveway with him before he kissed me goodbye again, which I was like, when are you coming back? I totally meet with Linda a little more time. Who the hell wants to go off to college? All right. Oh, there's Claudia. Look at that. And who's that? You know who she looks like? That's my cousin Angela. She looks like the Tomb Raider. No, not Angelina Jolie. She looks like the one with the virus, with the guns in the movie, the ones with the zombies, I don't know, the Umbrella Company. Oh my God, it's my cousin Angela. That's what they based it off of. Oh, yeah, she is a little bit of a badass. Look at that. Yeah, she had a clothing line in Manhattan called Christopher Dean. I don't know how that came about, but whatever. Want to see something else? Look at this. See Linda's face? Oh my God, like that is me every day having to be here without Niklaus. That's my mom every day living without anything smart and everything going on in the background and heyday, mayday, like day, like where the fuck is help in goddess territory. That's the first one from the year of the rat. Oh my God, look at that. She doubled herself. Now we have a double extension because now we have Linda and Nicole. Oh my God, Nicole, by the way, is looking at her cousin Megan going, now, what are you saying? Because I know Linda is not paying attention to you, but I will try to translate to her all area tuned out. Right. So I was tuned in, Linda tuned out. That's what it looks like head radios on a band station that was not connecting to wherever she was connected in worlds of, wait, where are you all? I don't know. I live in a whole nother universe. Okay, so that's that, and then here we are. Now here is the funny thing. See, all the girls, all the whole group of like, you humans love to do these group things. I don't know why. I tried out. I was just like, I did it, but whatever. Now I have a picture of it that I was there, but so you can't say I didn't quantum string something that looked like normal human in nobody gives you shit land. Right, okay, so, but there is me. All the girls, and then, oh my God, who is that in the, doesn't fit in anywhere in the photo. Look at that, all the girls disappear. Yeah, like my real life. I don't hear them, I don't see them, like, whatever, at zero importance. Okay, so, here we are, and, oh my God, what does that say? ELD, and then over? The oldest, it's over, she's here. Oh my God, look at that, it's an arrow right to my head. Oh my God, it's pointing right at me. How did all area stupid miss this picture? It was in, this isn't, I don't know, this is probably Kodak era. Like when you went to the whatever to get these things. Oh, look at that. I even have, it is a 60 space 00 space N space N space N space 1 space 2. That was when life was on track. Oh my God. Look at that. I gave myself some angelic reminders of like, don't fuck me up. And when did we get off track? There you go, Nicholas. There is your proof that at this stage, we knew Robin Hood. Oh my God, Robin Hood, look at you. You were supposed to be helpful in Kevin Costner and A Love Story. All right, Eld and over. Yeah, they said he was a really bad actor. I kind of laughed at that. I was like, yeah, so are humans. When they tell God that they love her and that they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that she has a nice time and a love story at sleepaway camp. This was Robin Hood Day Camp. Yeah, the real humans never showed up to help Robin Hood and his maiden get away from the milkmaid and the out of touch, like, goddess of doesn't know who she is. Right, because her tower fell like the year of the rat, because the rat's next door at Jenny's got the gun. Like, she's living right next to the gun. The big gun that we got, the big God gun. Why is there a Korean Jenny is living low in The Hague next to the goddess of everything and everywhere? Right, is that part of your kamikaze plan where you fly airplanes into Hawaii, the most beautiful paradise, birds of paradise you called it? Right, yeah, okay, so you got birds of paradise over in Hawaii, and you've got crazy Japanese, like, whatever, flying planes and trying to kill Hawaiians. That's like putting pineapple on pizza. Stupids. Oh, am I making sound? I don't know, sometimes the cogs, they work when we do things before, and then the simulation works out, and I can go, all area stupid, are you catching on? Oh, okay, because New Yorkers, Chicagans, and whatever, yeah, Chicagans, like the really chic-a-go, that's how they got to their name, chic-a-go. C-H-I-C-A-G-O. Oh, and did you know to God, you stupid-ass fashionistas in New York in like 1900 that had to have like the runway, the models and the super smarts, the magazines, all of the time wasting equipment for God that gets her nowhere in the future except more dangerous. All you fashionistas, God called you fascists. So for all you stupid xenophobes and fascists that don't know what the words mean or what God meant when she assigned it to all areas stupid, and what heyday, what mayday, and what day does it mean? Oh my God, you stupid towers just say things and then it counts against your skin. You're going to die sooner because you keep speaking these words you are not assigned and you can't explain what they mean in any, like, no, that's not what it is, stupid. You were fashionably late for God's love story, and you are calling God a xenophobe, a homophobe, you're calling her a fascist, a racist. Yes, she is, but when she assigned those words to all area Grenada in hand grenades in the year of the rat, for forgetting that goddess, making the new appearance of goddess even harder to explain. Right, we assigned a couple of fancy words, so when you idiots spilled them out and didn't know why you were spilling the beans, and whose bean in the giant beanstalk from Jack and before, where God lives, and then it comes down on a loudspeaker on like a magic science project, and then you're like, oh, I have a great idea, let's call it xenophobe. I don't know how we knew that your timing belt would come out with the beans of a different era. Are you sure you are spilling the correct beans? Which plan are you on? Are you on God's love story, or are you on the broken genetic faces of 3 different colors, telling all the pretty people of those genetics that they're one and the same, because they're not? God said, no, I gave broken, ugly face genetics all different colors because you couldn't, like, keep yourself separate for offspring. Did you get the message on the overhead loudspeaker in my generics? Right, Kimberly Hauer turned me on to the Offspring, Offspring, one of the angry bands. You gotta keep them separated! Did you not get the message? I mean, that was my new xenophobe fascist, like, on somebody else's, like, speech pattern. But the message was, yes, it was! Uncle Kenny from, like, the year of the rat generation and before, the doo-woppy era, who wouldn't get on the dance floor because he's not making a fool of himself. The rest of you do more than enough for all of us of all time when we're not taking you with us. Right. That's my Uncle Kenny. Right. Don't want to upset like Uncle Tommy, who is a nice guy, but he's on a train track. Didn't know he was in a runaway train along with Stevie, Richie, Cliffy. Eddie is at the front booth window knocking, going, I hear my goddaughter, Ken and I get along, but it might be, I don't know, I keep quiet about a lot of things, but how did he get to be her favorite godfather when I'm the one on the toilet paper from the church with Carol? Well, funny you should ask that, Uncle Eddie. Your God purpose, along with Aunt Carol, other than a paparazzi photo at, like, our talent show for, like, who the real gods are in the world, you are an extra special star god timing mechanism and science project all unto yourself. So I have a paracord lanyard of the strongest cable, and I have the proper color Fruit Loops in the proper anchor age that I need as perfect genetic God come back. That I never introduced myself that way, but whatever, you were there holding me with holy water. I thought that that was enough of a message that you would get who I was. Uncle Gus, yeah, Uncle Kenny, he may have had friends from the Navy or wherever he was in Arizona, and smart sheriffs that happen to know things. Don't know why they're always so smart men. Yeah, I don't know. They keep quiet into themselves. Yeah, kind of like they smart Nazis and they smart Russians from Red October elsewhere in my comrades against the kamikaze crazies. Oh, and then look at that, in my generation, they put an American airline and they took my non-broken Middle Eastern angels. They put them on planes in their caramel beautiful skin with their beautiful non-broken faces, and then they put them into, look at that, you fucking disgusting Chinese and Koreans and that whole Indonesian piece of shit where you are the broken face people of all different colors trying to drag all the beautiful non-broken crayons into your waxy disgusting mix, going, wait a minute, but we flew planes into the paradise because you said so. Actually, I did not tell you to do that. You said you wanted to make a statement. I said, well, go hit your people, not mine. So here, they like this place called Hawaii. Some of you, when the last time that we had an outbreak of your kind of genetic ugly, we stuck them in a paradise off the coast of the USA because we didn't want to look at ugly, and they wound up marooned but doing well. Every millionaire seems to want a vacation there. I don't know why. So you want to go kill somebody, stupid Asians in the Pacific, you go to the island of all of the like children that we sent offshore because we didn't want to look at them like whatever years ago. So that was all area your stupid idea, not mine. And why in the 2001 you would drag my angels in the sand pit, armpit area that you keep patriotising. Luckily, I Mickey Mouse stickered enough of my loves in the U.S. uniforms to make nicey with everything that wasn't a broken-eyed genetic, to make room for, like, somebody in COGS can understand. I didn't want your people flying into a tower either, but nobody listens to God or gives her parachute cord, her strings, her Fruit Loops. I'm not even allowed to have the love of my life. I mean, this was a love story, and you idiots programmed war and stupidity and control of God's house for what? Being called out and looking as ridiculous and stupid as you really are? I just had Tifrio. He sometimes has some whatever connection to like overhead science that looks, apparently I'm saying the right things. It's connected to him. He's watching something I didn't even know existed in Englandish area of like the non-Elizabethan people of Charlie and his chocolate shit problem. The good, like I call you the Westies of the problem sphincter area, so I don't take you into that black hole. Right, they are going on and on about the Earth is the moon, and that we are living on the moon, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, Tifra, what does that mean to you? Because sometimes I need a translation on the cogs of my stupid generation. And he's like, they're just saying that everything that comes out of, like, the media's mouth and the people's mouth is, like, all areas stupid, like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, oh my god, there people somewhere in the world are saying that? Oh my, I had no idea, like, they're catching on. Oh, thank God, there are smart people somewhere. I mean, I know we designed them that way. I just don't know where they hide while I'm stuck in a car for 41 more years. Right, I thought I had packed a sleeping bag a lot tighter and better than that, darling. And I gave you an extension cord reach at 6'5". How did they miss that you were the strong, handsome Olympian from Thrace God? Come back for your wife. Why did they disrespect your wife? That I don't get. I mean, we explained to them, right, how bad this was going to be for everybody, all area. Right, let's see, there was one other, I'm going to pause this so I can All right, two things real quick that I know I designed for sure, because I have a spark of digestion for my reflux department to help them out. So this way, without medication, let this visual tool be your medication without having to pop pills and do this modern day bullshit they sell one another for people with fingers on computers that should not have laboratories. All right, see this card? It is my mother's name. Well, it says Linda Pretty. At the bottom, it says my signature, which is D, capital D being the shield, the little EU, what was the last one? And a T for timing, yeah? And this is the date, the only child she was going to have, the two twins that look exactly the same, and the symbol after, which is the Taurus, T-O-R-U-S. It's also the Acht, A-C-H-T. It's also the 8, E-I-G-H-T. It is also a numeric, and it is also alpha and anatomical. So that is my signature, that I was coming as her one and only child, and the Lord of trying to protect her and myself from all areas stupid that forgot about her and me and gave us the milkmaid because I needed his last name and some genetic markers that he holds that are important for passing forward. But he did not turn out just handsome. He was, well, I mean, I know the Scots get mad, but I'm like, there are much more handsome Scots. I would not put all my tea bags in one whatever. So, and then here is the prayer, right? This is the Lord's Prayer of a different Lord, right? This is the Lord Nicole for the pretty Linda that was left by all the rocket men, moon, the John Lennons of like, they were such great people in mixing pubics and morals and ethics and getting away from everything smart and organizing properly for God's return, or following any orders that she gave you in hello mother, hello father, when the fuck did you all go? You're arriving in different genetics and bodies that I needed to be all aligned properly in towers, but whatever. Alright, and then, so it says Linda is pretty. Yeah, my mother sure is. And it says, and the Lord, he, it, is that doth, D-O-T-H, that's do, and T-H is Planck's constant for the Nicoletta constant coming in extra special science and extra spatial science that I don't think my Fruit Loop and lanyards had to explain to strings that are so easily cut as they just fall away of non-important, already broken genetics. But whatever, why'd you let them enhance their broken genetics? I don't get it. Stupids. And then they break your genetics. I mean, you are the dumbest moving objects I've ever had to babysit. Alright. He it is that doth go before thee. He will be with thee, he will not fail thee, neither forsake, F-O-R-S-A-K-E, thee, T-H-E-E. And then it is the two star children's symbol after that particular thee, because before it was the individual T-H-E-E with a comma, the comma, below the line, the comma. There's two of them. That was indicative of the two children, the two gods, the two lords, the overlords coming on